Let's install Blackboard on your iPad. Prior to installing Blackboard on your iPad, you need to be sure you have iTunes downloaded to your iPad. If you don't have iTunes, go ahead and get that now. Do you have Blackboard on your iPad? No? Well, you've come to the right place. So grab your iPad and let's get started. The first thing we have to do is locate the App Store. Look for a blue square with an A on it. This is the App Store, and this is where you can go for all your handy apps like Blackboard. Touching the icon opens the app. Go ahead and touch the icon now. This is what you'll see when the App Store opens. The search box is in the upper right-hand side of your screen. Go ahead and type in the word Blackboard and see what happens. You'll see a list begin to emerge. Once you've gotten the word Blackboard typed in, go ahead and touch the blue search button in the lower right-hand side of your corner. When you hit the search box, you'll see several different things pop up on your screen. These are apps. You should see Blackboard Mobile Learn in the upper left-hand corner. At this point, we're going to stop and take a quick pause here. Go ahead and hit the home button on your iPad and take yourself back to the home screen. Okay, what we're going to do in this segment is open the App Store, search for the Blackboard app, install the Blackboard app, and open the Blackboard app. So we're going to begin by opening the App Store, which we do by touching the App Store icon. And when the App Store opens, we're going to go to the search engine and we are going to type in Blackboard and hit search. And when we do that, you can see several different apps come up. And if you know what you're looking for, you can go right to it. If not, you can scroll through the apps and see what is there. In our case, we're looking for the Blackboard Mobile Learn app, and that is the one that came up first. As you can see, you have different options here. My Blackboard in the upper right here has a little box that says free, as does Blackboard Sight Words and Blackboard to write on iPad. That says 99 cents. Now, these two in the upper left corner, Blackboard Mobile Learn and Blackboard Collaborate, they don't have a box. That's because I've already downloaded them to my iPad, but I've taken them off. They've gone to the cloud, and I'm going to put them back on my iPad, but the process is the same. All we're doing is we're going to touch this little icon here, which if you've never had Blackboard on your iPad before, you're going to have the word free here. Blackboard actually is not free. We'll get to that in just a few minutes, but for now we're going to go ahead and touch the cloud icon, and we're going to begin installing the Blackboard app on the iPad. While we're waiting for that to upload, I mentioned that Blackboard is not free. The button that you see on yours, if you've never had Blackboard on your iPad, is going to say free. Once you get to the point where you can actually open Blackboard on your iPad, you're going to have a choice of purchasing the licensing to use Blackboard on your iPad. You can purchase an annual license, which is $1.99, or a lifetime license, which is $5.99. I use Blackboard a lot on my iPad, so I selected the lifetime option. That means I get to use Blackboard forever, and it only cost me $5.99. And in my case, I think that was well worth it. So it's an individual choice, and you just have to make that decision when you get to that point. But it's a very easy process. You can charge that to your iTunes account, and it'll just be debited from the payment method that you have added to your iTunes account. And looks like the internet might be a little slow over in this area tonight. It usually doesn't take quite this long for an app to install, or in this case reinstall. A couple of different things here. Like I said, when you go to search for an item, because I typed in Blackboard, there are a lot of apps that have Blackboard in the name, so you just kind of have to be careful, you know, what it is you're looking for, and be careful of the cost. Some apps are free and very inexpensive. Other apps could be very expensive, so you just have to be careful when you're downloading something like that and pay attention to the cost. And it looks like we're getting pretty close to being able to open this app. As you can see, that little circle, as the app was installing, got thicker and thicker, kind of like the hourglass that you have when you're waiting for a website to open. Anyway, now we have the word open here. We're going to touch the word open, and this is what the Blackboard app is going to look like when it first comes up on your screen. I'm going to go ahead and search for my school, and we're just going to begin by typing in Texas, and then we're going to type in A and M, and again, these lists are intuitive, so when you begin typing in something, you're going to get a list of the best match answers that come up. And so we have a lot of Texas A&M universities. We're just going to scroll through those until I see Texas A&M University Texarkana, and I'm going to select that. Now, because I've already had Blackboard on my iPad, it goes directly to the app. This is the point where you will be given the option to select to purchase your license, either $1.99 for 1 year or $5.99 for a lifetime. Once you do that, it takes you directly to this point, and then you can see a list of classes here, and some of these classes are my actual classes, and some of them are classes that I have teaching rights. And for demonstration purposes, I'm going to open up a class that I designed, and it's a photography class, and you can see it's going to look very similar to what you're going to see. These are your listings that you will see on the left side of your screen when you're on your desktop, and you can go directly into your home page, and it opens up the home page. This is what students will see when they open up Blackboard. And again, it looks nearly identical to what you'll see on your desktop or laptop. And you can go into all your options here. Go into Grade Center and look at assignments, or I touch test, but we can go to, I'm going to hit the back button and go into assignments. And again, that's going to take a minute or so to load. I'll tell you what, for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to back out of that. We'll go into one of the modules, and you can see content, and this is the content that the students will see. You have videos, you have your assignments, you have quizzes, discussion forums. So it's all there, and that's what you'll see when you install Blackboard on your iPad, and it can be a really handy tool for instructors and students. So if you have any questions, there's contact information at the end of the presentation.
Now that we've gone through the steps of installing, opening, and looking around in Blackboard, we're going to begin logging out. To log out, look for the 3-line icon in the upper left-hand corner of your screen and go ahead and touch that. Touching the icon with 3 lines will bring up the next screen, and you're going to look for an arrow located in the upper left-hand corner. Go ahead and touch the arrow. Now we're going to be looking for the word Settings. You'll see Settings in the lower left corner of your screen, so go ahead and touch Settings. At this point, you should see a screen with the Logout option. In the middle of your screen, you'll see the word Logout. Go ahead and touch the word Logout. Blackboard is now going to ask you if you're sure you want to log out. It's going to give you the option to cancel or accept. To log out of Blackboard, hit accept. After logging out of Blackboard, you need to know how to get back in. Once you log out, you need to hit your home key, which takes you back to your home screen. Once you do that, you should see the Blackboard icon on your home screen. To get back into Blackboard, touch the Blackboard icon. When the Blackboard app opens, you'll be given the option to select your school. Texas A&M University Texarkana should be an option since you've been in Blackboard before, so all you have to do is touch the words Texas A&M University Texarkana. Once you select your school, you can enter your username and password and touch the blue button, I believe it says Go, in the lower right hand corner of your screen. Once you've logged into Blackboard, the screen that opens shows your dashboard and a list of your courses. To select the course that you want to go into, all you have to do is touch the course. It's as simple as that. I'm sure you've noticed that the iPad version of Blackboard is different than what you're used to seeing when you log in to your desktop or laptop version. I've included a couple of links here. These are on the Blackboard website, and they are helpful if you have not used the mobile version of Blackboard before. Go ahead and take a look at those, check them out. I'm sure you'll find them really helpful. Well, there it is, Blackboard on your iPad. In addition to learning how to install Blackboard on your iPad, I hope this helps you in the future when you begin to look for other apps. I hope you've enjoyed the presentation, and I really hope you enjoy having Blackboard on your iPad. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me at linda.scott@ace.tamut.edu.